that Timothy was, even Paul knew that Timothy was saved. When he was writing to Timothy, 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 1, to Timothy, my true son in the faith. You know, Paul qualified it, my true son. Not every son are true to their father. Hello? Oh, not every son. Not every son. You have son, but some are true son. Some are not. Okay. The word true, in fact, King James says my own son. Other translations say my true son. Now, why that qualification? The word true means genuine son. My son by birth, my son from my bosom. Okay, let's look at why Paul was making that qualification. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 10. So for all fathers in the house, you have to see this now. And for all sons in the house, you have to see this. 2 Timothy 3:10. Timothy, you know my teaching. So if you have a father, the first thing that you must know is teaching. You know my life. So you can't be pointing to a man on the television that is your father when you don't know his life and teaching. How can that man be your father? And people are claiming fathers on the streets. Hey, it's my father in the Lord. It's my father in the Lord. It's my father in the Lord. You are not connected to that man either by teaching or by life. So how is it your father? So Timothy, Paul said to Timothy, you know my teaching, you know my life, you know my purpose, you know my faith, you know my suffering, you know my persecution, you know what I suffer in Antioch, in Iconium. You know all of those things. You are not strange to my life. Excuse me, I'm sorry, but that's where I'm brought up. When you want to raise a man, or you want to submit yourself to a man, there must be connection of this thing. Doctrine and life. And unless you know the man that you are calling your father, unless you know his inner life, be careful before you call a man your father. No, that is not the truth. I'm sorry, but that is the truth. If I offend fathers. Okay, you must not equally adopt a man who cannot submit to your life. So, Paul said to the Corinthian church, you may have many guardians. I became your father. I became your father. So, Paul knew that Timothy was safe and he was doing well. But why call his attention? Why give that instruction to Timothy to lay hold of eternal life? This fourth thing is important. Number one, Paul knew that he can sleep. He can sleep.